March newscast.
Some of the things that are happening in March, band went on a trip to New York. We'll talk about that later. And we're even bringing back the parking segment from last year.
Now on to Brand with band.
As some of you may know, the Clark County Indians marching. It doesn't matter. Just leave it. As some of you may know, the Clark County Marching Indians left on March 15th for New York City, and then they arrived on March 20th back at home. Clark County had a very good trip in New York City as they marched at the St. Patrick's Day Parade, and here's a clip of them playing. Now on to Greg Klein, who's going to talk about golf.
I'm here with Brendan Harvey, member of the Clark County golf team. So how long have you been playing golf?
About 9 or 10 months.
How do you think this team is going to do this year?
I think we're going to do pretty good. We have a lot of potential.
When was your first meet?
March 29th.
All righty. How does it feel to be on varsity?
Pretty good.
Thank you, Brendan.
Me and Graydon here are here to talk about the 2023 golf season. Our JV and varsity golf teams are going to Highland on March 29th.
And then the following day, on the 30th, we travel to Keokuk for the Keokuk tournament. Only the varsity team will be there. On the team is Ian Ackley, Isaac Armstrong, Graydon Klein, Brendan Harvey, and Carson Kirshner.
And good luck to our 2023 golf team.
Now on to Drayson and Delaney with
At the time
baseball.
of recording this, the boys' baseball varsity record is 4-1, with wins against Schuyler County 4-0, Putnam County 6-2, Illini West 13-10, lost against Moberly 1-7, and won against Centralia 4-3. On to Drayson, who's interviewing Elijah Elam.
I'm here with Elijah Elam, member of the Clark County baseball team. So how do you think you guys are going to do this year?
Oh, good. Didn't lose anyone after last season, hardly, so should be a good season.
So how does it feel to be a senior on that team?
Good. Been on varsity for this is my third year, so kind of being a captain.
That's good. That's good. So what's your guys' record this year so far?
Right now we're 4-1. We lost to a pretty good Moberly team, but came back and beat Centralia last night.
All righty. Thank you.
Thank
Now
you.
on to track with Brandon and Jarrett.
With Caden Hamner, state finalist from last year. So Caden, what made you switch to track?
What made me switch to track was that I've always been fast and had a lot of athletic ability, and I don't think I was getting used in baseball like I should, so I switched to track to try it out.
Yeah, as some of you may know, he switched in sophomore year, did baseball freshman year. So what was your favorite moment last year of track?
Favorite moment was breaking the school record in the state prelims last year. It was just so exciting, and never thought we'd do it.
So then finally, what do you think will be your biggest challenge this year?
The biggest challenge this year is probably getting moved up to Class 3. Bigger schools, faster kids, new competition.
We also the smallest school in 3A, so that'll be another challenge added on. Caden, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
The Clark County track had their first meet March 20th. It was the Kirksville Snowshoe Classic. We didn't have the band kids for that as they were coming back from New York City. And here are some of the placements. We had the co-ed throwers relay that placed first in the meet.
We had Ava McKay place first in pole vault with a school record of 7 feet 10.5 inches.
Then we had Johnny Shin place third in the 100.
And we had Johnny Shin again place first in the 200 meter.
Callan Wheeler placed second in the 400.
Austin Day placed third in the 800.
Kendrick Hurt with a third place finish in the mile.
Jarrett Burgess with second place in 300 meter hurdles.
And then the boys 4x1 team also placed first.
And the boys 4x4 team placed second.
And once again, another boys 4x8 team placed second.
And then Clint Chamley placed second with discus.
And then for the Iowa versus Missouri border showdown, that was on March 23rd, we had Caden Hamner place second in the 100-meter dash.
Jarrett Burgess placed second in the 110-meter hurdles.
Abby Plinch placed second in the 200.
Caden Hamner placed first in the 200.
We had Johnny Shin placed third in the 200 also, getting a placement.
Then we had Abby placed first in the 400.
Kaylee Yates getting a third place finish in the 400.
Caden Hamner getting first in the 400.
Callan Wheeler, another 400 medalist, third place.
We had Mason McDaniel get first in the 1 mile for the boys.
Following up, we also have Kendrick placing second in the mile.
And then Kendrick again got third in the 3,200 meter.
Allie Fox placed third in discus.
Clint Chamley got second in discus.
And we had our very own member of such posse, Isaiah Harden, placed third in the high jump.
And we had our boys 4x1 team placed second.
Boys got a third place finish in the 4x2.
And then the girls 4x100 meter shuttle hurdles placed second.
Girls third place finish in the 4x4.
The boys third place finish in the 4x8.
Girls third place finish once again in the 4x8.
And then the boys placed third in the distance medley.
And finally, we had the throwers relay where the boys finished first. We want to wish luck to all the track kids out there. On to the next segment.
I'm here with Lucas James, proud member of the Clark County Scholar Bowl team. So how do you guys think you're doing this year?
Well, last year, as you know, we won districts, so there's a thing about that. And I know going into this year, we had a lot of expectations. And so far, I don't think quite we've lived up to it so far. The biggest thing going on with the season is I've missed a lot of time. I had a bit of an accident. Trenton has missed time as well. He went on a trip, missed the whole tournament. Jacob was injured as well. He had a little problem. And that's honestly just been the biggest story for us this year. And just like in any sport, I know you play basketball, is that when your best guys aren't on the field, when they're not playing, a lot of times you don't perform up to your highest potential. And that's kind of how it's been so far this year.
So injuries are killing you this year.
Yeah.
So what's your guys' overall record and what games do you guys have left?
Well, our record right now isn't looking too great. Just from an arm's distance, we're currently 10-22. That's we're not geniuses, but we know that's not too great, and we know we can be better than that. The biggest thing again is if we've had our full team for most of the season, a lot of those games could change. Not only that, but a couple games we've lost by about a 10-20 point swing. And we only really have one event left. That's on April 15th. We go to Marceline, and that's districts.
Hoping to win another one back to back.
That is true.
So what is the highest scoring game you guys have had this year?
Well, actually, that's a very good question you bring up. Now, normally for the varsity level, it was a 26-question game followed by a 3-part bonus. But this year, it's actually only a 22-question game followed by a 3-part bonus. They've shortened the games a whole lot this year due for, whatever reason. I think it's just to make them go faster, especially in tournament-like settings. Though our high-scoring game this year, I believe, would have been against Brookfield at home, where we scored 250 points, and I believe they had about 180. So, yeah, that's kind of that's our best scoring event so far this year.
It's very cool. Thank you, Lucas.
Thank you.
Now on to the next segment.
After not doing the parking segment for a couple months, we are back. The Biggest Birds. This is their first time actually doing the parking segment. And this is what we're kind of looking for in parking. It's right in the middle of the two lines, not over it. Got room on both sides. It's plenty of room. So that's the exact example we're looking for.
Yep.
All right, what is this? A member of the Biggest Birds parking like this? 5 inches over the line?
Just look at it. Just look at it. I went ahead and slapped him with a parking ticket, radio and television. And, he just got to learn how to park better here. He's way over the line, probably 4 inches, if I had to guess. Yeah, just park better, guys. Park better. Looking at this line here, it's just ridiculous. That should never happen. Everybody's over the line. And we're going to show you some of those here in a minute. Just unbelievable.
Wow. That is just ridiculous. I mean, they are about, how close would you say? 2-3 inches away from each other?
I'd say close. I'd say they're touching.
That's awful.
The best teacher parking award goes to this red truck right here, and the worst is this Ford Explorer right here.
That will do it for the March segment of the parking segment.
Thanks for watching.
We are the biggest birds.